Good day, everybody. I have not been able to successfully freeze dry peach rings. I tried it once and they did not freeze dry at all. They just kind of stayed the same shape. The sugar on top bubbled up just a little bit, but definitely wouldn't be what I considered a freeze dried candy at all. So I'm going to try this again by cutting them maybe into fourths or halves. I can try a couple different things. These are the Tajin, chile, and lime from Costco. We'll see if these guys work. Freeze drying has been pretty interesting. Obviously the candy isn't necessarily freeze dried to the extent that you'd think an item would be freeze dried. It's not really freezing them. It's just using the heat in the pump. But the candy turns out really cool. Really interesting. So we're just going to cut some of these in half. See if that maybe opens up some of that gummy area to be able to expand. Kind of weird that it wouldn't do it with the coating on. Gummy bears work just fine. But I hope these things can work, because I think they'd be really good, especially with that Tajin and chili coating. I'm using the Harvest Right medium. I'm only going to try this with a couple trays here. I'm actually trying to change the oil on the machine, and this is going to be a run to get that pump all nice and warmed up so that the oil can absorb all the grime in there, and I can change it out. I was just going to run it without anything, but saw I had some of these extra here, so I figured I'd give it a shot. Try a couple of these with quartering as well. See if that makes any difference. I'm also going to try some of these tamarind bites. Kind of a gummy candy as well. Those are also kind of spicy. Definitely makes them stickier. Fill up 1.5 trays with these. Just do a half tray with the tamarind bites. It's always good to keep your freeze dryer running while you're prepping to get to that cool time, so that when you're ready to throw these in, freeze dryer is all nice and cool and ready to accept trays. If you guys want to see something freeze dried, let me know in the comments and we can try it. I think I'm also going to try to cut these. I'll try one of them not cut, but they're pretty thick on the outside, and I've never tried these ones, so I'm just thinking if the watermelon rings didn't work, I don't know if these will. but it's worth a shot. These are really good already. Do one, not freeze dried. And on to the freeze dryer. Alright guys, thanks for joining me in my little den. Time for the freeze dry action. You're joining me in Hippocrates here. So we're gonna go candy mode on. We just prepped out these beautiful peach rings, these watermelon peach rings. And to be honest with you guys, I've seen these a lot. People do them successfully, but I was not able to do them successfully last time I ran them. So we're going to try these cut into fourths and halves and see what happens. So we're going to load these bad boys up. Just 2 trays here. Make sure our valve is closed. We're going to go in middle upper and middle. Got some tamarine bites and some watermelon peach rings. Wish me luck. We're going to go continue. We're going to warm trays. Let's go 4 minutes on the warm. We'll see what happens. Alright guys, welcome back. Seems like it's been just a quick second, but it's actually been running for an hour and a half now. Doesn't look like it worked. I'm going to go ahead and release pressure on this bad boy and open it up. No defrost. Shut this thing down. Smells really good, but they did not work again. So if you guys know how to do these peach rings, let me know. I had this on a 4-minute tray warming cycle, and then also it got down to proper vacuum, probably about 125. Ran it for a couple hours, maybe an hour and a half. No change except for some of the sugar is bubbling up on the actual surface. Maybe cutting slits into it would work, but did not work. These tamarind bites look like they worked a little bit. The ones that are cut, looks like you can see they kind of, looks like they regenerated some more growth on the outside. This one that was full did not. So if you guys know how to run these, let me know. But I think that's a wrap for this one. Thanks guys.